What an amazing set. Wow, that was great. Hey everybody, I'm Sukyin, and welcome to the Much Music Intimate and Interactive with the Smashing Pumpkins. Of course, you're all international superstars. You've played unbelievable places around the world, from Leningrad to the Red Light District in Amsterdam, and also now the equally unusual and strange and exotic environment of Much Music. So thanks a lot for coming in here. And coming in here instead of going out there, but we are going to try to go out there. We're going to move to another room next, and eventually hope to get out into the parking lot as we originally wanted to do. So anyway, this Much Music Intimate and Interactive also includes you at home, besides all the people outside on Queen Street. And so the Pumpkins are going to be playing music as well as blabbing and answering your questions. So if you want to get in contact with the band, here's how it's done.
Get intimate and interactive with the Smashing Pumpkins. The toll-free number to call is 1-800-265-MUCH. That's 1-800-265-6824. By fax, the number is area code 416-591-MUCH. That's area code 416-591-6824. You can email pumpkins@muchmusic.com.
Alrighty then. Okay, so as I said, weather permitting, I'm really hoping that we can eventually end up outside as planned. Next up, hey all you. Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed and hope this rain goes away. Stick around, lots more to come from the Smashing Pumpkins. Welcome back to the Much Music Intimate and Interactive with the Smashing Pumpkins. We're in yet another room in the Much Music building. Hello, band of the evening, Billy Corgan, Darcy, James Eha, the Smashing Pumpkins.
That's really amazing, because it used to be like flavor of the month, then flavor of the week. Now that's almost like flavor of the evening.
So, hey, taste, brush your teeth. Remember to brush your teeth.
That was a really good sound check. When do we get to do the real thing?
Yeah. Oh, why do you say that? Were you not happy with that?
All right.
Did you hear that?
I heard it. I was right up close though.
It had the rock power.
Okay, but do you want to, because you were concerned about the bass cutting in and out, right? So you want to clarify that to the audience out there?
No, because they didn't hear it. Okay, let's
Don't mention the cutting out.
Enough said.
Okay.
We'll just play the same set again when we play again.
Yeah.
Till we get it right.
Take two. Beautiful album, beautifully crafted album. Interesting to see yet another side of the band revealed. I was reading some stuff, and somebody described the album as campfire songs for the computer age. Does that ring true for you?
Did I say that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You did?
Oh, maybe I did.
Does it make sense to you?
No.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
The other Billy said it. There's two.
I thought there were like 6.
Well, this Billy believes there are only 2, but the other Billies believe there's more Billies, so it depends on which Billy you ask.
How many Billies are there? So
that makes sense.
The idea of how difficult is it to inject or convey soul or spirit through all this technology of the industry and this camera and everything?
It's actually very easy. People these days are getting very caught up in the politics of how people are doing things. The fact of the matter is it's either good or it's bad, and you either like it or you don't. It has nothing to do with the sounds. We've used synthesizers for years. We've used tons of guitar effects for years. No one ever complained about all the guitar effects that we use to make artificial guitar sounds. So we all think it's kind of like a political crock because everyone's trying to divide one thing and the other. We want people to just judge us based on our music, and if they don't like it, it's cool, but this work is good, if not better. Many reviews that we've read, people are saying this is the best album we've made, that it's a breakthrough album for us. And so, that's going to come a certain confusion. People aren't going to understand where we're coming from, but they didn't understand where we were coming from in '91 when we first came up here and we did interviews and everyone was saying, why are you doing what you're doing? Yeah. So it's the same thing all over again, but we're having a good time with it.
Cool. You've done something really progressive in this tour where all the proceeds are going towards a variety of charities that benefit kids, homeless kids, kids who are victims of domestic abuse. That's an incredible thing. And I'm wondering, why is it important for you to support young people?
Why what?
Why is why is it important for you to support young people?
Well, we just wanted to do a different.
We were young once.
And where did
We were kids once. We remember.
I mean, you could have picked lots of different things.
Well, we chose mostly like what you were saying, children's charities, because we chose not to get involved with things of a political sounding nature. And I think the great thing about all these charities we've chosen, they're all really progressive, sort of fairly new charities, and they're very pure, and it's just such a nice thing to do. And I don't think anyone can say the band has another agenda at hand.
Plus, the other thing is, you know, we're tired of hearing that Generation X is a bunch of selfish whiners who don't care about anybody else. We Generation X know that's totally untrue. The music that we've made was an expression of our feelings, but it didn't mean that, you know, we're just going to sit around and do nothing and just play computer games for the rest of eternity. So now we're starting to throw our weight around because we can throw our weight around. It's always what we wanted to do, and now we're doing it.
Where did you get your support from when you were growing up?
Well, see, that's the ironic thing. For me, I didn't feel I had the support systems that a lot of these charities are providing people now. You know, whether it's suicide prevention, trying to get to kids early about drugs and things so that they don't find themselves in situations that they can't handle. And I felt I was in a lot of situations I couldn't handle, and it took a real strength of character to get through a lot of difficult situations. Not everybody has that strength of character, and they need that support. And whether it's teachers, people working with the schools, and so we're working with a lot of those kind of programs that are reaching out to the community, you know, to kids at a young age to say, we care about you and we're here for you, not till they make a mistake and then they end up in jail and then we're here for you. You have to reward the kids that are good and not just reward the kids that are bad with attention.
Well, there's tons of kids or young people here down to see you tonight, and so I'd like to take the first question from an audience person.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Yo.
My name is Frank Sauvé, and I'm from Ottawa. I just want to say first, your CD Adore is amazing, and just please keep on bringing the good music. My question for you guys was, when you guys make a song, what comes first, you guys? Is it the musical presentations, or the emotional feel to the song?
Good question.
Well, it's been different through the years, but I would say with Adore, it was trying to get all the feelings all at the same time. So a lot of the songs on Adore were written literally in one morning or one day and then recorded that same day to try to capture a certain kind of feeling. So, you know how you wake up on a certain day and it's like, it's not a happy day, it's not a sad day, but there's a certain feeling. It's like trying to capture those kinds of feelings, the in-between feelings.
The last few weeks, people across Canada have been lining outside these things called speakers' corners. They've been roving across Canada. And we have a question from somebody all the way from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
So that if they ask a silly question, that we can't hit them or anything. They're
That's
just,
right. You can
okay.
turn the channel.
They're in a booth.
Hi, I'm Andy from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
And Michelle?
And Billy, we'd like to know this. You've often been quoted as saying the Pumpkins' music in general helps you escape. And we want to know, what are you trying to escape from, and how does the Pumpkins' music take you there?
Dun, 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 dun. What are you escaping from?
Well, I'm really big, and I always wanted to be small. So I figure the more I give myself away, the smaller I'll be, till there's just nothing left to give away.
It's kind of an odd question in that you could be escaping from something or you could be running towards something. Do you find yourself, are you interested in particular things that you want to achieve as a person?
We all know there's no escape. See?
Uh-oh, there's no escape.
That's right. They're trying to get away
Whoa.
and they can't. The MuchMusic staff just tackled them.
Something really bad just happened.
No, I think everyone feels, you got to live in your own skin. And I don't feel that way anymore. I don't feel like I'm trying to escape for anything. I think my whole goal in life is to accept myself for the freak that I am. And,
Cool.
I think we're pretty comfortable as a band with ourselves as who we are. I mean, at this point, what can they say that hasn't already been said about us? We're out of our minds. It's like, so anything they throw on us on top of the labels we've already been given it's just more funniness.
Cool. So you've got a detachment there. No longer, like, you're not hit anymore by these
We're
things.
we're so hip it hurts.
Okay, on the phone we have Nipsey from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, you've got a question?
Yeah. I wanted to ask Darcy what it's like being the only female of the group when the others are male.
Well,
Excuse me?
she wants to know what it's like to be a girl with a bunch of dumb guys around.
Yeah.
It's nice to be the smartest. Feels
Ow.
good.
Ouch.
Is that
No,
all?
I couldn't understand your question. I just answered Billy's question.
That's basically.
That's what she asked.
What's it like being in a girl amongst guys in a band?
Oh, so no dumb thing.
What?
I like that part. That was my favorite part.
Oh,
The
well,
dumb guy thing, you
yeah.
know. No. Well, it's not true anyway. But no, it's pretty irrelevant. None of us really think about that. I don't know. I don't think in those terms. I never did. I guess I was always sort of a tomboy or something. Always, playing with race cars and, army men and building forts. So I don't know. It's just normal for me.
I mean, having a female in the band is of such little importance to us on a level of what we care about. When we're on stage, it doesn't matter,
Whether
doesn't
you're-
matter who we are, where we come from, anything. We're just human beings, and we know each other that way.
We would
So-
take an alien in the band if we could find one that played good guitar.
Drums.
Drums. An alien drummer. Maybe he would have 3 hands.
You're the alien. You're the Star Trek
I am
guy.
the alien.
Okay, we have an email from Kristen Bailey of London, Ontario. She says, "You are known as one of the most intelligent rock bands out there, and everyone listens very carefully to what you say on
Isn't that
various
scary?
subjects." Okay. It's scary? The idea of
That
that.
should scare you.
Do you find that there is a lot of pressure to say the right thing and to make sure that you are understood?
What?
I don't understand. I don't know. I mean, we've always looked at it like, we have our personal opinions, and we have very strong opinions, but they're just our opinions. I mean, what people feel for themselves is infinitely more important than what we have to say about things. We never felt that we had anything over anybody. I think that's why the band has such a huge connection with fans, is we're not playing down to people, we're playing straight at them. And that's how we've always been. So I appreciate the question, but to us, it's not like that.
Right. Okay. And we have a fax right now. Let's take a look at the fax.
We're so high tech here.
I know.
It's
Fax,
unbelievable.
We have a Morse
Yeah.
code message
There's going to be
next.
like a parachute coming down in a second. We have a live link to the Mir space station.
The fax is from James. Actually, it's
You
Really?
sent your own
Sean.
fax.
Hey.
That's unbelievable.
Well,
a
James doesn't
minute.
get that many
What was it?
questions,
Wants to
you know?
Your album, Let It Come Down, is really brilliant. Tell us about it.
Well,
And I like it too.
It says, this question is directed to James and Billy. Are you guys going to do any more solo albums? Oh my goodness, that was a bit of,
Any more?
yeah.
Billy, you
Or
did a
side
solo
projects.
album? On the sly.
I snuck one in on the side. It sold 1 million copies in Nova Scotia.
And he kept it a secret from me and James.
it was big in the fishing industry out there
It was a sea shanties.
by the seashore.
It's like it's called Lonely Songs for Lonely Men on Boats.
I know we're going to get some angry fishermen now, or protesting
Really, I mean, there isn't a segment
fishmongers.
of the population we haven't pissed off. So, if fishermen
Right.
are a new one, I'm glad to go there.
Right.
So are you going to do any more solo albums?
No immediate plans, but I'm sure down the road.
Wow, and you revealed yourself as such a kind of like romantic, gushy guy in Let It
Sue me, I'm sensitive.
Okay, this fellow right here, he's got a question.
So I'm from Ottawa, tremendous fan, and I was just wondering, to what extent do non-musical dynamics within the band affect the music?
That's a very astute question, Lucas. I think that's probably one of the most misunderstood things about the Pumpkins is that it is the inner dynamic that we have that makes our music very poignant to us. And people get very caught up in like, I did this, they did that. It's never been like that for us. It really is the chemistry between us. And the other day I was doing an interview and the guy asked me, why is it important for James and Darcy to still be in the band? And I said, well, every song that I've ever written that means anything to me, James and Darcy were in the room. So whatever that chemistry is, whatever dynamic we have, it's a magical thing. And at this point, we don't even question it. You know, I feel very strongly that Darcy really is the moral conscience of the band. I mean, Darcy is the strongest person in the band. And James is probably the most sensible. So between the three of us, I mean, and I'm the one over there, you know, so in between the two of them, I mean, there's a polar axis that goes on that levels me out and I think pulls them in and out. So it's pretty amazing, actually.
Oh, you got it all wrong.
What?
Going all the way to the west coast of Canada from Vancouver, British Columbia, here's the Speaker's Corner.
Hi, my name is Michael from Vancouver. I was just wondering about the amount of songs the Smashing Pumpkins write in a year. Last album had something like 28 songs. This album has 15. I was just wondering, you know, how many songs actually make an album, how many get thrown out, if they do in fact get thrown out.
Yeah, so high tech. There's just as many songs that got left off a door than songs that are on. So there's about 15 songs. I think we've released 2 or 3 or something like that. And I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with them. Most of them are really bad, and but we'll put them out eventually to exploit you for your future dollars. And I hope you like them.
Are you methodic or spontaneous at writing? Are you methodic or spontaneous?
The problem with me is I'm
Erratic.
Yeah, totally. Like, the best songs I've ever written come off the top of my head, and then I spend months kind of ruining them and trying to unruin them. So that's kind of my curse, but that's just the way it goes, you know.
Do you think about your audience when you're writing? Do you ever go, oh, the kids are going to like this?
No. I think if I thought about the audience, I never would have written songs like 1979 and Disarm, which may strike people as ironic, but when you think of yourself in a certain way, you know, you don't think of yourself as writing a song. I never thought I would write a song like Disarm, you know, but it came to me, and then I went through this weird battle in my mind whether or not I should even put it out because it wasn't who I thought I was. And I think a lot of those songs helped define me as a person. And so
This is an interesting album because it just feels really personal and intimate. And what was the environment that you're writing? Do you go into a space where you're alone, or do you have to go out to some place? Or
most of the songs were written very much like kind of get up in the morning, write some music, write some lyrics, come in. We would just kind of sit, play the song, and record it, and that's it. It was really no more difficult than that. All the other stuff came when we started twisting knobs and trying to make the song sound more interesting, but the songs themselves were actually written very quickly.
Mm-hmm. You've got like an all-star band that you're playing with.
We don't know who these guys are, but
But they're better than us.
yeah, that's the scary part. It's like we've actually got musicians that are, like, we always thought Jimmy was a
Like musicians.
We always thought, yeah, right, exactly. We always thought Jimmy was better than us, but these guys are like really better than us.
They're better
It's kind
than
of
him.
intimidating. Actually, we think they're going to throw us out of the band.
They're taking over.
And can you say tell the audience who all the fellas are who are on the stage with you?
We don't know their names.
J. Edgar Hoover, Jimmy Hoffa,
And Kermit the
Dan
Frog.
Marino
Dan Marino,
Marino.
and John Elway.
and Doug Flutie.
Wow.
And Spock. Okay, we're going to be back. I think behind the scenes, people are still scurrying around. We're trying really hard to get out into the parking lot. So I think the next time you come back after this break, we're going to be chatting some more. So stick around. More from the Smashing Pumpkins.
MuchMusic's Intimate and Interactive is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Do the do.
Welcome back to the Intimate and Interactive with the Smashing Pumpkins. Yay! Rock on.
The Spice Girls just came in. It's unbelievable.
Well, you have been together now for a decade, and you have had a very spectacular ride of like highs and lows. But I'm wondering, when the going gets really tough, what saves your asses?
Rollerblading? I don't
He's on his rollerblades again.
I think time and again we've always come back to our music to really hold us together. That's it. That's the thing.
That's really, really, honestly, I mean, we always, always, always put the band first. Always put the band first. That's the thing that's bonded us, and we know that it's always been an understanding that no matter what, the band and the music comes first. And it's all of our number one priority.
And
It's
like,
kept us really grounded.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are the grounded one. In your horns there?
Below the ground.
Speaking of asses, Darcy, I understand that you tame horses.
You got a nice
What
ass.
did you say?
Ask the
You
other
got a
asses.
nice ass speaking of your ass.
The donkey
I
ass.
get it.
Whoa, this is MuchMusic.
Nice.
I get it.
You can
Good
say that in
segue.
Canada on
You
TV?
can, yes, I clarified that.
awesome.
I okayed that earlier
And I'm wearing
today.
a see-through shirt. On
I know,
Canada on
very
TV.
saucy you are. That
They're
is
only
legal in
showing you
Toronto.
from the chin up, though.
Are they?
I don't know. I'll hear
Boots
about
down.
that later,
Go
though,
figure.
I'm sure.
You're getting the boots down look.
So I understand you tame horses on your farm, and I wonder, does that ever come in handy in dealing with your bandmates? That skill of taming horses?
The bass whisperer.
If you're talking about when she used to ride James.
Yes, I did, but I don't want to go there.
Oh, trashy.
She just grab a mane of hair and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's missing all their hair? It's not James.
Oh, what is this, Jerry Springer? All of a sudden?
Can we stop the taping and just roll back 5 minutes and just start again?
I understand, too, that you are a big Regis and Kathy Lee fan. What's the attraction to that show?
Good question.
You know, they're a sunny light in the morning. You know, I'd rather watch them than watch, trailer park people beat each other over the head because daddy got daughter pregnant.
Big influence on the album, too, huh? Regis and Kathy Lee.
Actually, Melancholy, I watched them the whole album. So they're in there.
They're the inspiration for the whole album, actually.
James, you went to art school.
Yes, I did.
Can't you tell?
What sort of stuff did you study there?
Well, back on my scholastic career, I was taking graphic art design, but I had to take everything because I went to this Jesuit college, so I took theology, psychology, and all these other things that didn't relate to art, but it was good.
So at Jesuit college, are you?
Loyola
religious?
University of Chicago.
Is that your religion?
No, he's a priest of noise.
No, but I just went there because it was a good school.
I noticed too that throughout your album art and music videos, you've got a real fondness for like Victorian or Elizabethan imagery. What's the attraction to that?
That's always been imposed upon us by the record company. We have
Really?
no choice.
No way.
Yeah, they picked this outfit up for me. Fits good.
You must wear a cape.
They're making us go with this whole goth thing right now. It's really annoying, but they'll grow out of it.
It'll pass.
We have a question from the audience. Erwin, hi.
Hi. The question I have is, since the departure of Jimmy, what is your relationship with him now? And
First, you have to explain who Jimmy is because
Jimmy?
we don't know that name.
We don't know
Jimmy
that
would be
person.
the ex-drummer.
Doesn't ring a bell. Any more questions from the audience?
Okay, so you're not going to touch that one, and you're avoiding.
Don't ask any questions about Courtney Love, Jimmy Chamberlain, or Marilyn Manson. Thank you very much.
Da-dum. Okay, we have a speaker's corner from the land of the best junk food in Canada, Quebec, Montreal, Quebec. Speaker's corner.
My question is for Billy. This is the first time you produced an album. I want to know, did you like it, and what did you get out of it?
First time you produced the Smashing Pumpkins album.
Well,
Not really.
Because I was always working on all the other albums. It's just that we always used a producer, so I was doing maybe half the producing.
He always used to tell the producers what to do.
Right. But I'll
So-
tell you, producing is a big headache.
He produced the producers produced the records.
So it's what sort of process do you have in there? Like, how was he?
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you ask them what it's like to
Yeah,
be...
exactly. What kind? Was he a taskmaster in the studio? Take 75.
There weren't that many coffee breaks. there weren't that many coffee breaks.
Compliments?
Coffee breaks.
Oh, coffee breaks.
He doesn't drink coffee, so.
Oh, he doesn't drink coffee. Never did.
I'm a
And he
taskmaster.
doesn't take breaks.
I heard on the radio today that I'm. Everyone knows that I'm a control freak. I was like, oh, I didn't know. So I guess I guess now the circle is complete. But
No truth to that rumor that you're egomaniacal?
ask my bandmates.
Okay.
They know me better than anybody else.
I think he is, but so am I, and so is James. So.
Okay, let's take a look at this fax. It's from
I mean, the silly thing about implying that I'm a dictator and that I'm tyrannical is implying that the two people sitting next to me allow themselves to be
Right.
dictated to, which is really an insult to them, because I think talking to them, you can see that they're not the kind of people that would like be told what to do.
We're too difficult.
Yeah. Did you have something to add to that?
Don't talk
Next
right now,
question.
James, please.
Okay, Bridget Nelson of Vancouver, British Columbia says,
Wasn't she married to Sylvester Stallone?
yeah, she was. She's now living in Vancouver, BC, and she says, I love you guys. Do you guys do anything special before you go on stage? For example, pray, hug, wish each other luck? Thank you.
We used to play video games, but
Now we just do that Pearl Jam high five thing.
right now we high five and eat pretzels. I can't really say we do anything that exciting.
I just tie my shoes tight. That's my one thing I have to do before I go on stage. You listen to Luscious Jackson every damn night. It's starting to drive me
And
crazy.
Air.
Hair and Luscious Jackson.
No athletic regimens involved.
I
no.
dance to it.
Not unless you call lifting a beer.
A pretzel, yeah.
Like,
Okay, we have an email from Johnny, also known as Dark Havoc. And he says, Dear Pumpkins, your music is definitely avant-garde, but with the amassing of pseudo-pumpkins, what survival strategies do you have in order to maintain credibility in the future?
I'm sorry, is that canned or is that real?
No, that's real.
wait a second. Your music is definitely avant-garde, but with the amassing of pseudo-pumpkins, what's...
Second-generation pumpkins, people who
Survival.
have copied your style, I guess. What survival strategies do you have?
Oh, you mean all the people ripping us off?
Yeah. And how do you maintain your credibility?
Well, we're still looking for Our Lady Peace's phone number. Want to get? We haven't gotten it yet, but we're gonna call him up, make friends with him, tell him thanks a lot for keeping our old music alive. And what else, James?
Well, we like Puff Daddy,
Puff Daddy.
and he actually did a remix for
Yeah.
us.
Speak for
That's
yourself,
how
man.
that's how we're staying current.
So do you?
We got
you
our
just,
ear to the street.
You just decided upon him because you loved his work?
That would be a Billy decision.
Ah, right. The egomaniac.
The dictator, yeah. Forced it on them.
You witnessed the rise and
Foisted
fall
upon
of.
us.
Sorry.
Foisted.
Foisted.
Yes. Foosted.
You witnessed the rise and fall of original alternative music. So how do you feel about today's musical climate?
It's okay.
It's picking up.
It's okay.
It's picking up.
There's good and there's bad.
Come on, let's be honest.
Honest.
It's really
Hey.
bad right now.
Hey, that's not necessarily
Are we entering another
true.
disco period?
We are in disco.
Yeah.
We are, but I
We
think
like
it's coming
disco.
out of it.
We
It's
like
coming out.
disco. It's not. We're not against disco, but whatever. I won't go on about it. But
That's next question.
Okay. Audience question. You're gonna have to speak up a little bit louder.
What?
Hi, my name is Adrian. I just want to know when you're going to make a tour along North America, like Mexico City, Panama.
we're going there next month.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
have a ticket?
We're going to Mexico City, and we're doing 5 dates in South America.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Can I have a ticket?
Can you come?
You gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm from
You know how to tune a
Okay.
guitar?
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
would be good.
It's that simple.
What are some of the outstanding places that you remember in your travels?
Japan.
Vancouver, Ottawa,
Oh yeah. Toronto.
Saskatchewan.
Oh.
Toronto. Okay, we have a phone call, and it's from Vance in Calgary, Alberta.
Hey, how's it going, Billy? And
What's
people?
up, brother?
Hey, I was wondering, the effects that you use, what are they, and do they predicate what you're going to write? Do do they help you write your songs, or the sound itself, like, you know?
It's like Guitar Corner now.
Yeah.
No, I never use effects when I'm writing, and we have like bucket loads of weird pedals made in like on Mars and stuff. I don't even know what they're called anymore.
Okay.
Plus, we used to tell people the pedals we used, and then everybody went out and bought them, and then when we would go shopping for them, they would say, yeah, we just sold like 100 of those because of you guys, and then they wouldn't give us a discount, and then they would be sold out of them. So we don't tell you what we use anymore.
Do you write acoustically and then add your effects in after, or?
Yeah, like Adore is all piano acoustic. I mean, that's all the songs started that way, and if you really listen to the songs, you can hear the genesis of every song from that form.
So how do you decide to add effect or a certain effect to a song, like from acoustic state to effective state?
You mean just like making the music more crazy?
Yeah.
Well, that's like a magic intuition thing that I can't quite explain.
Do you do it more in the studio than anything, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's like asking a painter like why he uses thick paint or thin paint or red paint or blue paint or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like I know what I'm supposed to do, and usually I feel like I get where I want to go.
Yeah, like I'm in a band right now, and I write sometimes out of the sound that I'm using. So that's, guess what I'm asking.
But the problem with that is you end up then you're stuck with that. You know, there's not a lot of flexibility. Okay,
Right.
They're going to cut you off now. Thanks for your call.
Okay, thank you very much.
Guitar World brought to you by. Okay, we have an email question here. Let's take a look at the monitor. Hey, Billy, James, and Darcy, why did you let Puff Daddy remix Ava Dore and Perfect Drawer?
Good question.
Are you going to be on your best behavior here, or?
I won't say another word.
Thank you. I think he's a brilliant guy. I know him a little bit personally, and it's one of those things where you meet the person and you end up with a different opinion of the person than maybe you would get from just what you hear and what you see on TV.
You mean just listening to the music he writes?
Yeah, I mean, it's his style of music is not necessarily the kind of music that we listen to, but I respect what he's doing musically. But it's the kind of thing when you meet somebody personally, you get a whole nother perspective of them. And I feel like I have that perspective of him, so I had the confidence in him to remix a couple of our songs. And I'm telling you, we're not going to put it out anytime soon, but when you ultimately hear the Ava Dore remix that he did, it's so unbelievably beautiful and so great. It will prove all the doubters out there wrong about him. He really, really is a talented person. And yeah, I totally stand behind a decision like that, because what people have to understand is he's a musician, we're a musician. And ultimately, on some level, you know, I'm not saying it's a racist thing, but at some level, people start to question it because the worlds are so far apart sometimes. As far as I'm concerned, I'd rather reach across to the other world and make those connections with people, because people generally don't make those kinds of connections. You know, however anybody wants to see it, I think he's a great musician. And I'm not going to be afraid because, you know, my white audience might get mad about us using someone that they don't understand. And I just think that it gets into that territory, and I just think he's a great musician.
So the both of you sort of transcended those barriers.
Well, I don't think he has those barriers and I don't, but I'm saying you run across those barriers because people start questioning it. You know, just in the same way, people start questioning why we even involved ourselves with Marilyn Manson, you know. You cannot put the Smashing Pumpkins in a box. We don't want to be put in a box. So any of those kind of questions to us, it's like putting a box on us, and it makes us want to do that stuff even more.
Yeah, I was watching a really early interview with you, and you were reiterating the same sentiments when people didn't know you in Montreal when you went to perform there. It was just like, we have to do what we do. It's cool. Okay, we are still going to try to go outside, and how does it look? Does it look pretty promising? I hope so. Okay, we're going to try. It's raining, we're trying. We're going to try to avoid electrocution. Stick around, more from the Smashing Pumpkins.
Watch us be electrocuted live on the air.
MuchMusic's Intimate and Interactive is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Do the do.
Welcome back to the Much Music Intimate and Interactive with the Smashing Pumpkins. Right now, as we're sitting here behind the scenes, there are many worker bees bustling, trying to make everything happen outside. So we're going to buy some time right now by hopefully playing 3 of your favorite Smashing Pumpkins videos. So do you like the process of making videos?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Do you have a lot of input?
They can be
Yes.
really. They can be really great to, just make a visual image of the song, but all the waiting around in trailers kills me. But yeah, they're fun.
We're going to take a look at out of your catalog of 15, 16 music videos. Let's take a look at Disarm. This is one that you like?
Yes.
No.
You don't
Why
like this
not?
one?
No.
Okay.
I like
think
this
it's
one.
dull. I like Tonight better.
So this is not one of your favorite videos?
No.
No.
This is MuchMusic's favorite videos.
That's their problem.
Okay, so going back some years, Disarm.
I
And
like
what about,
this video.
You do?
I think it's really
nice.
pretty. The only thing I don't like about it is
The old man.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lip syncing.
See?
No. There's a shot with this old man, and Metallica just put out like a video with an old man.
Yeah,
And now, if you've seen the new Monster Magnet video, there's like they're making fun of the
Everybody
old
used
man.
that
it's
old
like
man.
it's like, and he insisted on having the old man. And we kept saying, no, you don't understand. The old man's a cliche. No, you have to have the old man.
Oh, darn. It's coming to those video cliches.
Just close your eyes when you see the old man.
Bring in the old man.
The funny thing is, the old man was James's gardener.
That's right. I have an English garden. He's my gardener.
How did you approach him to be in the video?
Well,
He attacked him with a hoe.
No, he was weeding one day outside, just turning up weeds, and I just asked him if he wanted to be in a rock video.
Yeah, we need this old man in the video. It was one.
Well, he wanted to be in a Hype Williams video, but I told him this is a start.
You got to work your way up through the business.
Yeah, true enough. Okay, back hopefully in the parking lot with Performance. But right now, pick of 3 videos from the Smashing Pumpkins. This one is Disarm.